Hi friends, today I just want to have a real honest chat with you. If you are trying to lose weight after the age of 50 and it seems a lot harder to do, it really is, and you're not alone. This isn't going to be a list of rules. It's really just me chatting because I really need some motivation to get back on track with my exercising as well as filming my videos. Since I got back from Africa, I guess it's been about 10 days now, I've just been really tired and I haven't been motivated to film anything, and I really need to. So I thought, let's just sit down, have a chat. We haven't had a weight loss check-in in a while. And I wanted to share some things that I've kind of figured out about losing weight after the age of 50. And I thought, if I am struggling and if I need a kick in the pants today, maybe you do too. So to date, I have lost 24.2 pounds. Yay! I'm pretty good now with my eating. Occasionally, I will mess up and I'll have some candy or whatever, but that's okay. I'm not perfect. I never said that I was. But what I'm really struggling with is I have not gotten back to my exercising since getting home from Africa. And that is a struggle, and I know that I need to get back at it, but I just cannot get motivated to do so. So I need a kick in the pants today, so this is me kicking myself in the butt. One thing I really noticed in Africa when I was there is that I didn't have any joint pain. My stomach wasn't as bloated as it has become again since I'm home. And the reason for that is there was no sugar at any of the places we were staying at. And I really missed it, especially in the afternoon when some days I just needed like a pick-me-up, and sugar has always been my go-to. Like, there was nowhere to get a candy bar. The desserts were not very sweet. And I'm not saying this is a bad thing. It's just something that I noticed. And I realize now that I'm back to eating, my normal food. I've also been sneaking a few treats in there, and now I'm bloated again. So that just tells me that's how sugar affects my body. Because I notice, like, when I'm coming up the stairs from the basement, my joints are aching. I didn't have any of that when I was in Africa. So I knew immediately that that was the sugar monster again. That's how sugar affects me. So I really think that was a great life lesson for me to kind of clue in on, that that's what sugar does to me, and I have to be more conscious of my diet now that I'm home. So hopefully, this video will help motivate you, help motivate me. I'm very happy that I'm continuing to lose weight again, and I'm almost at 25 pounds, and I'm very, very pleased, because if you've been following me, since Christmas of last year to up about June was a real struggle for me. And I'm just, here being honest and sharing that with you. So I guess the first life lesson about weight loss that I've clued into, and what I just talked about, was losing weight is more than just diet and exercise. It's really becoming in tune with your body and becoming aware of your body and just noticing changes. Like the whole thing about when I was away, like, I wasn't bloated, my joints didn't hurt. Whenever I come home and I start maybe eating, more refined carbs, having little sweet treats here and there, and see how my body really reacts to it. So I think that's a great lesson, and it's a great thing for me to have become aware of. So maybe just listen to your body. Notice, like, if you have something like sugar, does it affect your joints? Does it make you feel bloated? Does it make your stomach become larger and bloated? Those are things that I have noticed that happen to my body whenever I have more sugar than what I really should be having. So the next life lesson is stress and sleep matter. And I have not really been sleeping that well since getting home. I don't know why. But when I was away, we were getting up like really early in the morning, maybe going to bed later in the evening, so I wasn't getting a lot of sleep. But I just felt that if I was always getting up around the same time, I just seemed to have more energy. But since I've come home, I'm letting myself sleep in, and by sleep in, I mean like to 8 o'clock. That's sleeping in to me. But I just feel those days whenever I let myself sleep in, I get sluggish and I'm not motivated, and I don't want to go down that road anymore because I know what can happen. Then I'll just throw all of my hard work out the window. So this realization is really important. I'm going to try and get up every morning at the same time. Maybe on the weekend I can sleep in till 8, but try and get up, Monday to Friday at 7 or 7:15. And I find, even though I don't want to get up that early, especially if I've only fallen asleep at 1, it can be difficult, but I find that if I get into more of a routine, even though I'm tired when I get up and I don't feel like getting up, I just seem to have more energy throughout the day. Do you realize that at all? So this next one is something that I realized years ago, but I think that it is important to repeat because somebody out there might need to hear this. You cannot hate yourself healthy. And what do I mean by that? You cannot shame yourself into motivation. That does not work. It only creates burnout. So what has worked for me is just embrace your body as it is now. Be thankful for your body. You got up today, you're breathing. That's something to celebrate. And if you talk more positively about your body, even though you might need to shed, a few pounds, it's much more motivating than being negative and attacking yourself. Because even if you don't say the words out loud, if you say them in your mind, your body still knows, and you're creating like a negative energy around it, and you're not going to want to fuel your body with the right foods or move your body and exercise. So whenever you catch yourself talking negatively about yourself or to yourself about your body, just remember that doesn't work. Stop it and then say something positive. Because would you talk that way to a friend or to your child? Most likely not. So be a friend to yourself and always think positively about your body and be thankful for it. Because like I said, you are breathing, you are here. That is a huge thing to be thankful for. And I think with time, if you practice that, it gets easier and easier, and then it's just going to become the norm. Consistency beats intensity every time. What do I mean? I am Miss All or Nothing attitude. I am like that probably in every aspect of my life. It is something that I'm working on. But what I've come to realize is that I don't have to be perfect. I just have to show up. So even though I pushed my workout from yesterday to today, and if I don't want to ruin my streak, I have to do that 22-minute workout today. Do I want to do it? No. Is it going to kill me to do it? No. But I just need to kick myself in the butt and go and do my 22-minute workout. And I may, curse while I'm doing it. I may really not want to be doing it, but I know after the time is over, I will be proud of myself and I will feel better. I may still feel tired and dragged out, but at least I showed up for myself today. So I am the queen of excuses when it comes to working out and how to avoid it because I hate exercise like the plague. But since I've been working with my trainer using the Train Well app, I love seeing the little dots, and I have I think it must be about a 40-day streak now, and I don't want to start out at 0 again. So for me, that is motivation. So find something that motivates you, even if you have to put blue dots on a calendar. I'm a visual person. I need to see things. Seeing those dots really does motivate me, because if I don't think that I could actually see the dots with my eyes, it's just out of my mind. It was kind of like when I was on Weight Watchers, and I would log my food in my head. I wouldn't take the time to write it down or put it in the app. That's dangerous because we all know, how we can forget things. So for me, being a visual person, I find it much more helpful if I can see something. Try that. It might help you. The next one is that it's okay if weight loss is slower now. And it's bound to be because we're older. In menopause, perimenopause, our hormones are all over the place. We're taking care of aging parents, spouses, children, everything. You just get tired and a little slower as we age, and that's just something that we have to accept. But you don't have to be perfect. It's taken me, 6, 7 months to get back on track to lose 5 pounds. Yeah, like I used to lose 5 pounds in a week. But I'm proud of myself because in the time that it's taken me to lose the 5 pounds, I don't think of it as like a diet anymore. It's just how I live. And that's what you want, because this isn't for a short period of time, it's for life. Unless I want to put, the weight back on. Yes, I get frustrated that I can't lose 5 pounds in a week. That's life. So it's better to lose 5 pounds, over the last few months than to have put 5 on or just stayed the same. So again, I think just reframing how I think about things and always putting a positive spin is really helping me to keep on track. This next one is a big one, and it's one that I talk a lot about when some people will leave comments, because don't wait to feel beautiful. And people will say, oh, you shouldn't spend money on clothes, wait until you get to your goal weight. No, I think that it's very important to feel good for the size you are at this particular time. And you want to feel good about yourself, you want to look good. Does that mean that you have to go out and buy a whole new wardrobe? No, but maybe 1 or 2 pieces. And if you don't want to pay full price, you could always wait for sales or pick them up at thrift shops. There's lots of new with tag clothing in thrift shops. But I think it's really important to dress for the body that you have now. Dress so that your clothes aren't too big. You want to be able to see your shape. I have a whole playlist of fashion tips and try-ons, if you have a apple body shape like I do. But if you're wearing clothes that are way too big for you, I think that's dangerous, because you're not really seeing the progress that you're making. And that's whenever you could, fall off track and start eating unhealthy things. I know that's how it is for me, and that's why it's really important for me to dress for my body now. And as I lose weight and go down a size, I will continue to have my clothes follow me going down. That's really important. And say you have a couple of sizes that are larger than what you are now hanging in your closet, donate them, get them out of the house, even put them in a box and put them in the basement, because just having them there, it's just too easy to put a pound on, put on a bigger size, and then just stay at the bigger size. I know all this from experience, so I'm just trying to spare you, things that I have struggled with. It's all about self-respect. Put on some nice lipstick, or, get your hair colored or cut. Just do something that makes you feel good about yourself. I know a lot of women will say, oh, whenever I lose 25 pounds, I'll color my hair or get my hair cut. Well, I say do it now, because then you are going to benefit from the good feeling that you feel by making a small change. And people are going to notice a change. They're going to compliment you, hopefully. And that just builds on you feeling better about yourself. What do you think? Do you think that would work for you? Because I know it works for me. And know that you are not alone. All of us here are in the same boat. We are all, struggling, finding our way. We're all sharing this together. Join our community here. It's 100% free. We have a great group of supportive women that are all sharing this journey, and we can share what works for us. What works for me may not work for you, and vice versa, but it's really good to hear about different options and support each other, because there's a sisterhood in that, and it's also very motivating, because even though we may not know each other like in real life, you still know that you have a group here that is always going to be here to support you. The most important thing that you can do for yourself is just not give up on yourself. Even if your day has been lousy up until right this moment, you can make a choice that from right now to the rest of today, it's going to be a better day and you're going to make better choices. And most of the time that cancels out any bad thing that happened before now. So I hope that this video, you have found it helpful. Hopefully it's given you some motivation. I know it's motivated me. I always feel so energized whenever I give these little talks, because I know that I need support, but I know by me sharing my struggles that so many of you are feeling the same way, and I get energy from sharing my struggles with you and knowing that it's going to benefit at least one person out there. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click that subscribe button. It's 100% free. I upload 2 videos a week, and we would love to have you here at Cathy Over 50. Thanks so much for tuning in today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.